Guess who's back? Yep, it's LB, guys. I am back and ready to do some more videoing and give you guys more content. But today's video is more about what's been going on in life. Now, I know last video I was saying how I was planning on coming back and doing videos and all that great stuff. And yes, that's true. But I realized that I wasn't over my mental state yet. I was like, you know what? I'm not ready yet. That last video, I felt like I was trying really hard. So went through a couple new looks. This is my newest look. Do you guys like it? It's supposed to be my like villain S era look. You know, the dark gray with the pink. But yeah, no, I'm actually about to be on my way to K-pop night. Tonight is one of my best girlfriends' birthday party. So, well, not birthday party, but birthday shenanigans. But before we go do the birthday shenanigans, I wanted to give you guys a little update on what's been going on in life in general. Now, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you're probably going to see that my Instagram is now hacked and no longer working. And keyword I said is hacked. So what happened was one day I was trying messaging one of my friends on Instagram, and for some weird reason, I couldn't get back in. Like I got logged out. And I remember once before Instagram did that where, you got logged out. So I was just like, oh, okay, maybe I just got logged out because of service, whatever. But it was just weird because every time I would log back in, I would get kicked out. Even when I changed my password, I got logged in and kicked out. And every time I try to keep sending a new password, it wasn't sending me a password. That's when I noticed that it wasn't sending it to me. Someone had broke into my Instagram and changed all my stuff. Now, when I tell you guys I had like my heart dropped to my butt, it dropped to my butt because let me tell you, I didn't know what to do. Like the first thing I did was try to find like Instagram help desk to be like, hey, my page has been hacked. I need you guys to get to it because I don't know what these hackers are doing. Like, what can they be doing on my Instagram story? Luckily, I have some people on like, I actually have their phone numbers. And we're in a generation where we don't get people's phone numbers. We rely on Instagram, Facebook. We rely on social media way too much to contact each other. It's all bad. But I messaged some of the people on my Insta or from my Instagram that I have their phone numbers. And I was like, hey, can you make a post and let everybody know this is not who you guys think it is. Both her pages are hacked because I had a personal and then I had one for this Instagram page. But I was like, can you guys make a post? Just be like, hey, the Instagram has been hacked, blah, 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 blah. So, and I mentioned this on my TikTok too. I told a whole get ready video and I talked about it. But this is for people who don't have me on TikTok to know what was going on. So that also put me in a dark spot too, because as I'm trying to get Instagram to answer me and be like, hey, okay, we fixed the problem, nothing was being done. Like nothing. Like my friends are emailing me, or not even emailing me, but my friends were texting me. So I was able to make a new Instagram and I was posting on it like, hey, like following all my friends. And I was like, hey, that's not my Instagram. Ignore it. It's a fake account. Well, not even a fake account. It's my real account. Like I've had these Instagrams for years, but it's not who you guys think it is. It's somebody completely different. So found out that basically these hackers were asking my friends for money. They were just like, hey, can you send me money to get my phone fixed? If you know me, I don't care about having my phone. Like this, I haven't had a phone, honestly, at one point for like 3 months. Like me having a phone is not like a big deal to me. I have an iPad, I have a computer, like I don't need a phone. But it was just annoying because it was just like, these people are going into my friend's information and asking them to send them money. So I'm emailing Instagram. I'm like, hey, can you please delete my Instagram account or can you block it because the people who broke into it are asking my friends for money. That was such a big ordeal. From my understanding, some friends did get hit, but they were able to get their money back. I know one of my friends wasn't able to, which I felt really bad about, and I didn't know what to do. Like, I was like, I will call your bank and tell your bank that wasn't me. And I can understand why you would think it's me because, like I said, I've had that Instagram account since like, I want to say like 2015, 16. Like, I've had it for a long time. So it was just like, wow, just the simple fact that it got hacked and Instagram did nothing to protect me. Now, I'm not bashing Instagram, but Instagram, I got punished. Let me tell you guys, I was punished because fast forward to about a month ago, I then I was like getting these messages about like a Facebook ad. They were like, your Facebook ad goes against our community guidelines and you need to verify that this is you. And I was doing the thing. I was like, okay, verified myself. They said I was good. Go into it. To then a point where like it just kept happening and happening. And then finally Facebook just took me off. It was just like, nope, can't have it. And I was like, that's weird. So I tried to log in through my phone number because my email wasn't oddly working. So I tried my phone number and two accounts popped up. Mine, and I'm gonna put the account right here of the name that it popped up as. And I was just like, who is this? So I deleted that account and then I emailed Facebook like, hey, that isn't me. They created a Facebook under my name, under my phone number and my name. Facebook did nothing about it. They're just like, well, this permanently disabled. So I took a month off of Instagram and Facebook. I don't think I'm gonna make another Facebook because at this point I feel like it's just a waste of time and money. Like I was already planning on deleting my old Facebook, but that didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. So now fast forward to now, I do have a new Instagram account. I'm not sure if I'm gonna post it because I'm not sure how long I'm gonna have it for. Because I know I had to use my secondary phone that I'm using to film right now with because my secondary phone is now, the only way I can have an Instagram account because this new phone, my phone's like gone. Like it won't even let me have one on this account, on this phone. I guess when you look it up, they say that um, your devices can be flagged by Instagram as well. So this device flagged. Oh, I also got a new phone number because my phone number is now, in my opinion, compromised. So I was going through that for like a good, like since October, actually since like September, October, I was going through it, y'all. Like I was going so much through it that I got to a point where I was like, do I even need, like, what is the point? And I almost gave up on even YouTubing, but everyone's like, no, keep YouTubing because, you actually have fun doing it. So keep going. Like, who cares if your Instagram got hacked? So now that was one of the dramas I had in my life. But then I was having work drama. Work, I don't know what it is. Where people are like in these companies are petty. I was going from a toxic job to a toxic job to a toxic job to a toxic job. What I tell you, first job, it laid me off because it's construction. They laid me off because I was pulling my stop work card for bad weather, even though we're allowed to do that. They were being petty, and it was actually a sexist thing. They low key were like, "Oh, you know, you're messing up my numbers because you keep pulling your stop work card." Meanwhile, my crew was like the third crew that always went home early. We always hit our numbers and got to go home early. So it's like lie again, lie again. So then I went to another job and we had to part ways because I was going through my turmoil stuff and I let my boss know, like, hey, I'm just going through a lot in life. I'm gonna have to take some half days off if that's fine, like do half days if that's fine. I'll make sure all my work is done so then there's nothing left for anybody else to have to catch up on. My boss said it was fine. But then as soon as I started doing it, she didn't tell the bigger boss. She okayed it. So he's looking at me like, well, why does she keep leaving? Like, why does she keep, what is happening here? And then come to find out, one of my coworkers was, on the job. And when I finally reported it because she was trying to drive home like that, 2 weeks later, they're like, oh, I think it's just best if we go our separate ways. And mind you, I was already looking for another job. Like, that's the wildest part. I was already relooking. But what made it worse is when they let me go, because they did a let go, because all these jobs let me go, and that's on a petty reason because they all put reduction in force, basically saying there was no work for me to do. But so that job, and what was messed up about that job is I just got into a car accident. Someone ran a stop sign, and I like totaled my car and everything. And I was actually like low key in pain. And I texted her like, you know what, I'm not really feeling good. Can barely move. She gonna text me and say, oh, as of today, I just think it's just best. You gonna text me that? And you know what's shady too? Because when I hit up HR, she was trying to be quick to like call me and be like, well, on Monday, can you come in and clear your stuff and come upstairs and talk to me? And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. What do I need to talk to you for? What do I need to go into this job to do the walk of shame for? What do I need to do that for? So you feel good about yourself? So you can try to embarrass me? Is not what's happening. Nope. Make sure HR has my check. I'll be picking up from HR. And yes, you guys are lucky I don't basically sue you guys for this, because it does make no sense, because you guys, luckily they put reduction in force. Then I was working at a dispensary. Dispensaries are trauma though. That was just a high school job. I quit that job. I was like, it's just too much. Especially because I was like, I knew the manager there, and it caused a lot of drama, and a lot of people thought I was being like, oh, I'm untouchable. Never that. Never gave that energy. I asked people too. I was like, did I give that energy? Everyone's like, no, you never gave that energy. So then I was working this other job. The same thing. I wasn't being this girl's puppet and doing things the way she wanted to do it, because she wanted to do it the longest way, the hardest way. And my bosses were like, no, you don't have to do it that way. Like, if you know a way that's faster and more efficient, do it that way. Did it that way. Next thing you know, they're like, and mind you, I did it my way. There was no work to do. So caught up. Every time I worked these jobs, I got them caught up in things that took them 2 years to try to catch up on. Got them caught up like that. But same thing, reduction in force. They were like, oh, there's not enough work. And, but it was like, you could tell it was something personal too, because it was just weird. But lately, that's why I said, I've just been chilling. I was able to get my car accident stuff settled, was able to fix my life, fix all the mistakes I made in my 20s. And now I am, technically like 5 months away from turning into my 30s. So my 20s drama is not coming to me with my 30s. It's not. I'm not letting it happen. It's going to stay right where it's at. But with me doing my comeback video too, after I just told you guys the drama of my life, I'm hoping this drama is a sign now that there's going to be goodness coming. That's why I'm in my villainous era. That's why I got my nails done, my hair done. Like, I'm trying new looks for makeup, I'm trying new looks for outfits. Like, I'm out here buying expensive purses because I have a problem. But I just want to let everyone know who's struggling out there that it does get hard, but it does get better. There's very many nights that I would lay down in my bed and just be like, I hope I don't wake up tomorrow. Like, I just hope I don't wake up. Like, please let this just be my last night on earth. I just can't deal. Dealing with life is so hard and so stressful. I just didn't want, like, I didn't care what happened to me anymore. I stopped eating everything. Like, that's why I said I was going through it. And for people to create fake beef with me and start things with me and really try to punch me while I was already down was hard. But, I'm not gonna tell people straight up like, oh, get over it. Like, it happens to everyone. No, it's hard. It's hard. It is hard. So I never tell my friends that. Like, my friends go through it and I'm just like, look, I know what you're going through. I'm not going to tell you it gets better. Like, keep going. Sometimes people don't want to hear that. Some people want to hear, cry it out. Go ahead, cry. I know it sucks. I get it sucks. But I'm here. I'm not going to sit here and down you. I'm not going to sit here and make it worse. Just when you're ready, I'm here. But with this being my comeback video also too, I'm going to work on more videos. I'm going to talk about more than just K-pop, because I know usually my content is K-pop. But we're going to talk about a lot of other things. I'm going to talk about K-pop, talk about some K-dramas, talk about some animes, talk about some quote-unquote ratchet TV shows like Baddies or anything on Zeus or anything on Now That's TV. I'm going to talk about like weird little petty dramas that I hear about. And I'm just like, let's talk about it. And I will change people's names or not mention people's names. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So it was nice having this conversation with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this long conversation about what's been happening in my life, if you were even interested in it. Other than that, yeah. Till next video. And when I have a solid Instagram, I will post it. But for now, I'll put it in the descriptions. And if it sticks, it sticks. If it don't, there's nothing I can do about it. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.